Welcome to 2022 Dasara and welcome to Panchamukhi for your view of what we have done at Dasara for celebrating Rama's win over Ravana. The whole theme started off with Srihari Rajaru and his book on Tirtha Prabandha, the various holy places in India. And in Tirtha Prabandha, one of the places that Vadiraju talks about is Ayodhya. Ayodhya is the theme for the year, and welcome to Ayodhya in Panchamukhi. Ayodhya, the birthplace of Sri Rama, is the topic of today's India. It's a new temple being built at the birthplace, having won the historical fight to say where Ayodhya temple has been or not been, has something that has been ruled as is the birthplace of Rama. And in Panchamukhi, we've had Ayodhya built, the temple built slightly ahead of the real temple, built with 121 pillars, 21 lotuses and one tower, and across 3 floors. Ayodhya stands very strong, with Rama, Lakshmana and Sita overlooking the whole build of the temple itself, and Hanuman being there in awe to say how the whole temple has been built. This is Ayodhya temple at Sri Rama's birthplace. Modern Ayodhya warrants a modern India or a non-medieval India which is not historical, and this setting is to showcase how Ayodhya is and would be with perhaps more modernization coming in. But Dasara being a festival of tradesmen, all the tradesmen are depicted here in the modern India here, and I would call this as my little India here. Moving on, what we said is we'll get something to do with Europe. My daughter this year, I'm missing her. She's in Holland, so we've got a little Holland here, and that depicts where she is now. With that is little France, talking about the France there, a little Brazil, with me having gone to Brazil some 20-25 years ago. We have little Italy, and today I work with a company in Ireland and little Ireland here. So we have on the theme, we have little Europe and India. This is our traditional couple. We call them Ajja and Ajji, who are tradesmen effectively. Again, the theme being trade within Dasara. They are the tradesmen with various other things that they have to sell. New addition to my Dasara collection has been the Flying Scotsman. You can see him coming along. He chucks along. He's one of the oldest non-stop trains that came into commission from England to Scotland, and we have him here running around our little Europe and little India, combining Ayodhya together and making this a seamless connection between the whole process. Brahmotsava is the main event at Tirupati during Dasara, and here you see Lord Brahma and Saraswati praying to Lord Vishnu, and along Lord Vishnu we have the Dashavataras of Vishnu: Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Bhargava, Rama, Krishna and Kalki. And these Dashavataras depict the 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu. And this year, Ayodhya being the theme, Rama becomes the focal point, and we'll see how I have welcomed Rama into Panchamukhi.
Jayatwadabhra vibhramad bhramad bhujangamasurat dhagat dhagat vinirgamat karala phala havyava dhimid 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 dhvanan mrudanga tunga mangala.
My absolute favorite for this year is Ravana lifting Mount Kailash. You see here the 10 heads of Ravana in an absolutely majestic pose, having not won Shiva's blessings through his kind words and songs. He thought he'll win Shiva by showing his power and lifting the Mount Kailash, and this is absolutely one of the best scenes that I would say has been this year's Dasara scene. And this is where Shiva bestows Ravana with all the powers, and hence the Rama's avatar and story. With Ravana becoming so powerful, the Devas were threatened, and they go and seek Vishnu's help, and Vishnu says not to worry, he's got a plan. And eventually at the same time you'll find Dasharatha actually performing Putragama Yajna in seeking good son he performs the yajna. He's successful, where Agni Deva gives him a bowl of payasam to distribute to his queens. And Dasharatha has three queens, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra, and he gives the payasam to the three queens. Eventually give birth to four beautiful young boys, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna. And as they come of age, they go to Gurukulam, where Vishwamitra teaches them the art of archery, the various Vedic things, the art of living, and makes them into wonderful boys. At the same time, in the same age group, King Janaka will be looking for a heir to his throne, and whilst he's wanting to perform the yajna and just starting to cleanse the soil around where he wants to build the yajna, he finds a baby in a basket, whilst his plow is stopped by this basket. And he names the baby as Sita, because Sita means plow, and so that's where you see Janaka with a baby girl. Now all this is good. Sita becomes a big girl. While she's playing, in Janaka's position will be Shivadanush. Shivadanush is Shiva's bow, one of the most heaviest, most powerful bow. Only two of them would have had this. One is Parshurama, and one would have been with King Janaka. While Sita is playing games, she'll suddenly realize that the ball has gone below the actual Shivadanush, and she just very easily moves the Dhanush, and that's when Janaka gets to know about it and says the best person to marry her would be would be equivalent to her in strength or greater than that. And during the Swayamvara, the challenge would be to somebody to string the Shivadanush, lift and string the Shivadanush. Rama is the one who has been successful, and you see this here in Sita Swayamvara, that Sita is very pleased with Rama lifting the bow and actually being her chosen husband. As things move, Kaikeyi suddenly remembers that her son Bharata would probably not be made the king, and remembers that she's had two boons from Dasharatha and seeks to choose them when Rama has been crowned prince, and asks for Rama to be sent out in exile for 14 years and Bharata to be named the king. And that's a very sad part for Dasharatha. And you see here, as the people of Ayodhya come along, Dasharatha is very sad, heartbroken. He comes along to the footsteps where Rama has chosen to go on exile for 14 years with Sita and Lakshmana. And it's a very sad scene for Dasharatha, and eventually Dasharatha succumbs to that, whilst Rama actually continues to go on to his 14 years of journey. The charioteer there has been very kind, takes Rama, Sita and Lakshmana to the edge of the city of Ayodhya and leaves them in the dark of the night. In the dark of the night, Rama moves on and says he doesn't want to be in Ayodhya, and he crosses the Sarayu river. He chooses to take the help of Guha, and he crosses the Sarayu river and moves away from there and stays. But eventually, when he's in his hermitage, Bharata would seek him, come and ask for forgiveness on behalf of his mother's act. But Rama would stand stead for his promise and says Bharata should rule the kingdom for 14 years. Bharata seeks Rama's padukas, takes it with him and rules the kingdom for 14 years. Rama now realizes that if Bharata could have found them, the rest of these citizens of Ayodhya can also find him, and moves away from there to Panchavati, which is quite far away, and stays for many years at Panchavati. During that stay, Sita would find well in nature, and all of a sudden she spots a golden deer. That's a change in the twist of the whole Ramayana, when she spots the golden deer and asks Rama to get the golden deer for her. The golden deer is none other than Ravana's uncle Marichi in disguise, and in the whole process of Rama going and seeking the golden deer, Ravana would come and abduct and kidnap Sita and take her to Sri Lanka. In search of Sita, while they're going in, they meet Jatayu. Jatayu tells them that they're bound south, and while they're going south from where they are, they come towards Kishkinda, one of the luscious place in India, on the Western Ghats, and today's Hampi basically. And there they will find a couple of monkeys come in and ask them who they are. When they get to know who they are, it is Sugriva and Hanuman coming in and asking for Rama's help, because Vali, Sugriva's brother, would be terrorizing Sugriva, and they have a fight where Rama kills Vali, and Sugriva befriends Rama befriends Sugriva and promises to help Rama find Sita, and they all with the Vanarasena go towards Sri Lanka. At Rameshwaram, they find that they have to cross the ocean, and the only person who could have perhaps gone that distance without any bridge being built would have been Hanuman, and that's where Hanuman is chosen to go and seek and find out where Sita is. And Rama and Hanuman decide that he should be able to convey to Sita that he is a friend and not a foe. And that's where Chudamani is given, and you'll see that Sita is shown the Chudamani, and Sita accepts Hanuman as a friend, and the rest is to follow as how Rama will win over Ravana. With this whole scene set up, Hanuman decides that he has to build a Rama Setu. He and his Vanarasena will choose to drop stones written Sri Rama, and they build a bridge. The stones will be floating on the ocean. They'll build a bridge for Rama, Lakshmana and the Vanarasetu to actually cross Sri Lanka. And whilst that is happening, Rama seeks the blessings of Shiva at Rameshwaram, and now prepared for the war, goes to war with Ravana. In the battle, he wins, and that is where Rama wins over Ravana. And then he's back to Ayodhya with Sita, and Sugriva following him to Ayodhya. And you'll see where Rama Pattabhisheka happens. This is a lovely portrayal of Rama being the king. On one side you have his loyal servant Hanuman, and the other side you have Vibhishna, and then you have his brothers, and then you have Sugriva, and you have Jambavanta as well, and his three mothers, Kausalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi, all, and this is a fantastic scene of Rama Pattabhisheka.
परमेशनुत गीत भवजलति पोद धरणि कुल संजात त्यागराजनुत परमेशनुत गीत भवजलति पोद धरणि कुल संजात त्यागराज.
Happy Dasara everybody, and I hope you enjoyed looking through Panchamukhi for what we have done as Dasara. We welcome you again. Happy Dasara 2022. God bless you all, and best wishes on our behalf.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಡ ಹಬ್ಬವಾದ ದಸರಾದ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ದೇವರು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸನ್ಮಂಗಳವನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡಲಿ.